Alright, what I'm going to do in this video is to go through how to add in this video I'm going to go through how to add a promotion and tenure binder to a reading list. And so what we're going to do is begin by going to Fulfillment and Courses. And you'll see that we have a promotion and tenure course already set up. And you'll notice that the status is inactive. What we're going to do is add a reading list by clicking on the ellipsis and selecting Reading List from the drop-down menu, and then clicking Add Reading List. And we'll need to give the reading list a code and a name. So we are going to call it Promotion and Tenure Promotion and Tenure Review, and we're going to keep the status as being prepared because you don't want to change the status to complete until you finished adding all your citations. So we're going to leave that alone, and we're going to change the due back date, and you can make this any date you want. I'm just going to make it the end of the spring semester, and click Add and Close. And that just created a reading list, and you'll need to add your citations to the reading list by clicking on the ellipsis and selecting Work On. And scroll down to the bottom and you'll see a link that says Add Citation. And this is a drop-down menu, and your choices are Add Brief, Add Repository Citation, or Add Non-Repository Citation. You can add a brief record by clicking on Add Brief. And this is what that screen would look like after you've already added one of your citations and you get ready to add the next one. It is going to look different, so I just wanted to notify you that when you click on here the second time, you're going to click Actions and then Add Citation, and it looks like this screen right here. So here we are back on the screen I was just showing you, and I just wanted to point out that that Add Citation link looks a little bit different the second time you do it. So you'd click Add Citation, Add Brief. This is going to be a physical book, and we'll select Choose, and then we want to select Institution because we don't want this local record visible to the rest of the network. And then you're going to enter the title and the author, and also the date, and I'm getting that from the front of the binder. We don't know what the copyright status is, so we're just going to select Not Determined. This is actually not published, so it is not determined. The location is going to be Reserve Area at Cirque Desk, and the item policy will be 6-hour faculty reserve. And the material type we can select, and these are not in alphabetical order. For something like this, I think I would just put in loose leaf. And then we're going to scan the barcode. That's going to add the citation to our reading list. We need to click on Save. And when you click View, you'll see the first item that we've added to the reading list. One thing you probably want to do is just make sure that it's checking out for the right time period. We have a dummy patron that you can use, and Harry Highlander is the faculty patron. So we can check the book out to Harry Highlander and just make sure it's going out for 6 hours. And so right now, as I'm doing the video, it's 10:32, and the item is going going to be due back today at 4:32, so it is going out for 6 hours, and you can see the item policy right here is 6-hour faculty reserve. You could also view the policy, and you'll see the fulfillment unit rule and the terms of use are 6 hours. So this is correct, and it is loanable. You're going to want to check it back in so it's still not checked out to Harry Highlander. And at this point we're ready to add well, actually we're going to go back to fulfillment and courses, and you'll remember at the beginning of the video I said that the course was inactive, so we're going to want to change that by clicking on the ellipsis and selecting edit. And you can change your term here, and this is going to be spring semester, and you won't be able to select active by clicking on this button here because it's grayed out. In order to change the status from inactive to active, you need to change the end date. So the end date we're going to change to be the last day of spring semester, and I'm going to change the start date to be today's date. So it's starting January 5th and it ends May 3rd, 2018. And you want to click on Save. And now we're ready to add additional binders to this reading list that we've just created. So when you come back in the future to continue working on this, you can click on Reading Lists, and you'll see there's this one called Promotion and Tenure. You click on Work On, and you'll notice, like I said before, the second time that you do it, you're going to click on Actions, and then Add Citation, and then click Add Brief. And then you repeat the process that we just did. Select the physical book, place it in the institution, and then type the title, the author, the date, select your location, and your item policy. And for these I do loose leaf, and then you would scan the barcode and click on Save. And that would and you would just continue doing that process for the rest of the citations that you're adding. When you're done working on this reading list, you're going to want to change the status of the reading list from being prepared to complete. Basically that is it. When you want to remove the items from the reading list, you can, let's see, you can go back to your reading list, and you'll click the ellipsis and select items, and then you can select the place a check mark in front of the item and click on Actions and Withdraw Items, and that will withdraw this item from the reading list. The other thing that you want to do is to, at some point you might want to remove the reading list as well, and you can remove the entire reading list by selecting the ellipsis and clicking on Remove. When you're the one that created the reading list gets assigned, I'm sorry, the reading list gets assigned to the person that created it. So you can see that my name appears here as the assignee. you can actually assign a reading list to someone else. So I'm going to reassign this to Beverly by clicking on Reassign. And I'm selecting Beverly's name from the drop-down and clicking on Assign To. And that's going to change the assignee to be a different staff member.